Hi everyone, I'm glad you're here. I hope everyone has a very Merry Christmas. I hope everyone is prepared for larger earthquakes there along the Cascadia subduction zone. There was an earthquake. USGS says it was around 11:33, but it's 11:40 here on the Pepperwood monitor. And people are reporting that it started out quiet and small, and then it went boom. I come up with a magnitude 4.1, and here's the spectrogram. I have two monitors that I downloaded the data from. I got here on the left borehole 045, now that's Pepperwood, and I have over here on the right, this is borehole 146. Let me make that one bigger, and you can also tell here it's a little bit farther, but it started out small and then it went pop. About an hour and a half ago, not quite that long ago, 377 people said they felt it. USGS gave it an intensity level of 4, and it was felt as far as Vacaville, Sacramento, Modesto, San Francisco. And as far north, let's see if they still have it. Yeah, Eugene. Yep, Eugene, Oregon. All right, let's zoom into the area. All right, here we got intensity level 5 at Red Crest. That's a wow. Intensity level 5 means it was felt by most people there in Red Crest. Some breakage of dishes, windows, plaster maybe, their walls. Disturbance of tall objects. Tall objects might have fallen over. Once again, you probably should check your water and gas lines. Yeah, these earthquakes are not done yet. The North American plate is moving. And yeah, I did that report about the earthquake there up in British Columbia. And if you look at this, you can see here the fault moved going northwest. Tension was applied mostly to the west and to the south. First wave of the earthquake came from the east. Yep, the North American plate is moving west, putting tension along the Cascadia subduction zone. Here's what I'm talking about, how it slowly built up and then went bang. Now this one came from Fortuna. Built up slowly to a pretty strong jolt. Another report from Ferndale. Small, but made me and my friend stand up. They were probably wondering if they needed to get under shelter or someplace safe. Felt in Eureka. Shook the house. Another one from Eureka says big, strong jolt. Really felt this one too. Eureka. Felt in Eureka. Another one and another one. Arcadia says they felt it, but it was small. Another one from Arcadia said it was a sharp jolt. Now, they say it's a little bit stronger than what I came up with. They're saying it's a magnitude 4.2, not a 4.13. Let's look at the seismic signature here. Okay, let's go back down here. And we'll go to the seismic signature. I ended it there, but they continued it. They evidently added into there. Let me bring it over a little bit farther. If I ended it there, then I come up with, let's see, a magnitude 4.20. So it very well could be. It wasn't very deep, but we have mostly rounded volcanic and harmonic tremors. Very concerning. Let's go to the spectrogram and take a look at what that is. You can see the gases. Yeah, it wasn't that deep for to be picking up subduction, caused by subduction. Like I said, it's caused by the North American plate. Yeah, moving west towards the Cascadia subduction zone. In the last 7 days, 191 earthquakes. Let me close this and bring it down. Yeah, there was a 3.1 that I saw earlier. And I believe, yeah, that would be this earthquake. Okay, here's the 4.1 down here at the bottom. And this is the 3.1. Let me bring it up so you can see it. I'm going to look at the seismic signature. Okay. Yeah, same thing too. It started out small and then, yeah, another boom. Just kind of like the fault line is ripping. Not good. Not good at all. Yeah, looking at both monitors. Yeah, look at them all. Yeah, this is that 3.1. See how it popped and then it worked into a bigger one. Right there.
There's no ammo.
Yeah. Humboldt County has most of the power restored. This is as 3:29 p.m. Yeah, so that's real recent. There's only 103 people out with power. I was wondering if this disrupted power, but it evidently hasn't. I don't know if they still have their boil water notification on. This here is for the entire United States for power outages. Yeah, Maine, New York, Vermont, New Hampshire. It shows how many. Okay, Maine's got 165,000. 31,000 for New Hampshire. Vermont, 20,000. 49,000 plus in New York City. Connecticut, 15,000. Pennsylvania, 23,000. Virginia, 31,000 plus. Let's see, Maryland, 15,000. North Carolina, 248,000 people without power. Tennessee, 14,330. Georgia, 13,220. South Carolina, 17,000. Let me bring this down. All right. Florida, only 4,000. Let's take a look where I'm at, which is South Dakota, 73. And there's only 2 in North Dakota. We'll just look around. Kansas, 1,569. Not bad there. Wisconsin, not bad. Let's see. Yeah, that storm is just slowly moving east. And I guess I heard that we got another storm coming in behind it. Oregon, 5,000. California, 2,000. What's going on with Texas? 6,506 in Texas. Yeah. I suppose if the bear wanted to attack the United States, this would probably be a really good time for them to do such a thing. Yeah, thank God they haven't done that. But this is not good, how, the North American plate's moving. Not good at all. All right, going to Google Earth, let's go to the location of that earthquake. It's up over here. See that? Up over there, up north. See that? And this is close to the Little Salmon Fault, which runs into the Cascadia subduction zone. And then up farther, we got the Maple Creek Fault. There's Eureka. All the people that were saying that they felt it, that's Eureka right there. And over here is Fortuna, right there. Hayesville and Carlotta. Now, there was a person, and I have talked about this before, how we got the buildup of the mountains from all these earthquakes in the past. When the Cascadia subduction zone decides to finally rip, all these buildup, the height of these hills and mountains, it's going to drop suddenly. During that earthquake in 1700, they had whole islands disappear because it suddenly dropped. So you got to consider that for those of you that live along the coast. When the Cascadia subduction zone finally does rip, this whole area is going to drop probably below sea level in some areas. You know, here we got Sugarloaf Island, Cape Mendocino. That's something for you to take in consideration, when you're planning your evacuation and what you're going to do for a large earthquake. Yeah, that you're going to have a major drop in elevation. So did you feel this earthquake? Please put your information down below. Yeah, another interesting thing. Okay, let's look at this 4.1. And let's move it out, and I'm going to show you that original 6.4. Right there. Almost, not quite, almost directly west. Let me try and get them in together. Okay, there's the 4.1 and the 6.4. Let's draw a little line so you can see it better. Okay, 4.1 and 6.4. There you go. Yeah, almost directly across. Yep, it relieved the stress over here, allowing more earthquakes, and of course it's built up stress over here on the Cascadia subduction zone. But anyways, I want everyone to have a very Merry Christmas. I want everyone to be safe. I want everyone to be prepared. Thank you for your time for watching. Thank you very much for your support. Remember, family first. And I'll talk to you later. God bless you. Bye.